Analysis: Novartis CEO can also battle to rally investors to Sandoz spin-off. London: Novartis CEO Vas Narasimhan should struggle to woo traders to the listing of generics pills organization Sandoz, as weaker drug costs and jittery economic markets gift one in all his largest demanding situations within the years-long overhaul of the Swiss drugmaker. Novartis mentioned on Thursday it plans to spin off Sandoz on Swiss and U.S. inventory exchanges subsequent year, capping off a prolonged streamlining of the Basel-based drugmaker that started out in 2014, preceding Narasimhan's appointment to CEO in 2018. Since Narasimhan took the helm, he has carved out the Alcon NYSE, ALC eye care organization, bowed out of GSK's former client health business, agreed to promote a nearly one-third voting stake in Roche for near $21 billion and is cutting up to 8,000 jobs, or about 7.4% of its worldwide team of workers. Novartis commenced a strategic review of Sandoz closing October, inspecting various alternatives, such as preserving the business, spinning it off, or promoting it following a protracted length of underperformance driven largely by using mounting pricing pressures within the off-patent drug zone, mainly inside the United States. Cognizant of the tough marketplace conditions, Novartis tried to offload Sandoz's U.S. capsules business in 2018, but the $900 million deal with India's Aurobindo Pharma fell foul of antitrust regulations. The extra commoditized generics surroundings, especially inside the United States, remains extremely challenging, with many players reporting double-digit price deflation this 12 months, Barclays Lon, BARC analyst Emily Field advised. I do not assume investors are preserving their breath that the environment will enhance all that an awful lot in 2023, she mentioned. Previous spinouts from pharma organizations have created near-term pleasure given the robust song file of pharma spins outperforming mother and father. In this case, the aggressive pressures inside the everyday area are in all likelihood to translate into lesser near-term interest, brought Citi analysts in a notice on Thursday. Sandoz accounted for close to a fifth of Novartis' $51.6 billion in sales closing 12 months. In 2021, European sales inside the unit slipped with the aid of 2%, while U.S. sales tumbled 15% on a regular currency basis, hurt with the aid of pricing pressures in addition to a COVID-related drop in call for. However, there are encouraging symptoms. Last month, Novartis mentioned Sandoz's earnings would in all likelihood maintain consistent this year, frequently thanks to boom in Europe. The unit's push into extra-complex generics and biosimilars, cheap variations of biologic drugs made from living organisms, is also anticipated to start to repay. Narasimhan on Thursday anticipated a return to U.S. boom for the company, with expected biosimilar approvals for blockbuster drugs which include the autoimmune disorder drug Humira and more than one sclerosis remedy Tysabri subsequent 12 months. Sandoz stays particularly underappreciated in that a premium to different popular organizations can be justified given no massive legal overhangs, a leading role in biosimilars and nicely as complicated generics, and geographic breadth, Jefferies analysts wrote in a Word Ultimate Month. And yet, we envisage no debate that Sandoz need to exchange at a reduction to a new Novartis. Further, we experience solely lukewarm urge for food of many Novartis buyers to preserve a standalone Sandoz. Top Swiss stock carving out lackluster non-pharma companies suits a broader trend within the enterprise increasingly more keen on sprucing focus on the rewarding marketplace for patented prescription drugs. Last month, British drugmaker GSK spun off its consumer health agency Haleon in the most important listing in Europe for more than a decade. Last year, U.S. drugmaker Johnson & Johnson NYSE, J&J, stated it was devoted to detaching its client arm. Analysts' estimates for Sandoz's equity valuation are very huge, starting from $14 billion to greater than $26 billion. Even on the decrease variety, Sandoz would be catapulted into the top 20 businesses indexed at the Swiss inventory trade and would be the second largest new list at the index in over a decade. But traders may favor to be cautious. Market reception to GSK's unit has been tepid. Haleon has misplaced 22% because the glide a month ago, taking its marketplace cap of around 30.5 billion kilos to around 24.37 billion kilos. European IPO volumes have plummeted this year after a record-breaking 2021, as greater investors have shied away amid anxiousness about the geopolitical outlook following Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the increasingly more fragile global economy.